Today we are looking at the FIFA World Cup Phenoms Jonathan David objective. Just a quick look at the card. High height, 3-star skill, 5-star weak foot. Really good stats. Look at that 90 finishing, 85 shot power, as well as really good composure. In terms of traits just outside the foot shot, let's have a look what we need to do for this. So we need to score a finesse shot in 4 separate matches. You know what that is? Let's hold down R1 or RB, depending on what controller you're on, while shooting. And your player will curl the ball like this, basically. You got to do that 4 times in 4 different games. So once a game in 4 games. Assist 6 goals using League Un players, which means to be the French League, on squad battles on semi-pro or rivals. Score 6 goals using minimum 80 pace in squad battle matches or in rivals again on semi-pro. And then we have to win 8 separate matches with at least 3 Canadian players in your team. So I'm going to show you a little team and tactics now. If you are new to the game and you want to have a look in rivals, more in rivals than it would be in actual squad battles, but we'll do it in squad battles for the argument's sake. So you need to have Canadian players. If you don't have any in your club or anything to do with normal cards, I would highly recommend using the World Cup cards because they just offer you so much in terms of being able to have semi-decent cards. As you can see here, we've got Butchie and Nan, and then we've just got ourselves a load of World Cup cards. So put in your 3 best ones, of course, probably going to be Jonathan David. And then once you've done them, put them in your starting 11. So we'll put 3 players in here. Then we are going to go to our custom tactics. You want to press L2 or L2 and then select or left trigger to select whichever one you want. Doesn't matter which one these are on. We're going to show you 2 tactics. I'm going to start off with the 4-2-2, which is what everybody's using right now. We're going to have balanced, 45 width, 70 depth, balanced, direct build-up, 50 width, 5 players in the box, 2 on corners, 2 on free kicks. And that obviously is the formation there, 4-2-2. In terms of instructions, you're going to have a balanced, getting behind, balanced, balanced. Default, balanced, default, getting behind, default. So the same basically, or balance, depending on how you say it. Them 2 are going to be just on get on behind. Your left cam is going to be come back on the fence, get into the box, default. And your right cam is going to be come back on the fence, get into the box for crosses and default. So make sure that these are both on, come back on defense, but get into the box for crosses. Your 2 centre mids are going to be cut, passing lane, stay back while attacking, default, cover centre and default, and the exact same for your other one, cut, passing lane, stay back while attacking, default, cover centre, default. Your left back is going to be on stay back while attacking, default, overlap and default, and your right back is going to be stay back while attacking, default, overlap and default. And let me explain how this formation works in game, but first let's have a word from today's sponsor. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt Nice, select foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NANIC for 6% off on all orders. So with this formation, when you do not have the ball, your left cam and right cam are both going to drop back into the left mid and right mid role, making you into a flat 4-4-2. So you're basically, your Govu and your Messi in this argument state are going to be playing just in front of your left back and right back. Your 2 CDMs or CMs are going to be sat just in front of your 2 centre backs, offering you a nice flat 4-4-2. Very compact, very hard to break down. Your 2 strikers are going to stay up front the whole time. They're just going to sit on the 2 centre backs. What that does is if your opponent has stayed back while attacking on your left back or right back or has get forward, they will just sit on the halfway line. They won't push forward unless they manually tell them to, which means a lot of people like to have the left back or the right back overlap into attack. That will stop that immediately. Let's say you win the ball with your 2 centre mids. You've already got your choice here of 2 strikers to attack, but your left cam and your right cam will immediately transition into attack, giving you a pocket of space between your CDM, your striker, and your cam. And them 2 will play as a little triangle there, rotate round. So you'd play the ball from your CDM into Messi, into Bergkamp, and then play it back into Marquisha again, your CDM, and you've got yourself an option here. If you play it out to the right, you've got yourself an overlap. So the reason why these 2 are on overlap is because if the AI notices there is space for them to move, they will move into the space, giving you another triangle. So you're right back to Messi, to Marquisha. That triangle there is so deadly. I use it all the time to open up space between the midfields. Once I've moved the ball forward into a nice space with Zambrotta, I can then move into the next triangle. So you're basically just using little triangles every single time on both sides. But let's say there is no space. Your AI or your left back and right back will never push forward. They'll always stay in their positions as they are. So you're never caught out. If you find yourself getting hit on a lot of through balls over the top, drop your depth down to about 60 or 50, depending on how deep you want to be. I like it on 70 because I normally read the through balls over the top, but if you do find yourself struggling with that, I highly recommend going for that. And that is one tactic for sure. But as always, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting that like button, subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.